Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio. The holidays are over. Throughout the holiday I had a lot of company, so I was able to see my family from all over the United States. They all flew in and rented an Airbnb beachside. So we spent Thanksgiving dinner together, went out to dinner, spent some time together. They were able to see the Falcon 9 launch from the beach. So it was kind of a pretty busy holiday. I did work for a couple hours last night to fill in, and now I'm back in my studio working on a couple of projects. And one of them was, and I thought I would turn on the camera and show you, I've started a new journal. It's from some beautiful digitals by Louisa Heinzel, The Show Must Go On. I did one of these journals when I was on her design team, and I haven't made one since, and I loved it, so I thought I would make it. So I've been working on some ephemera, and I've got these bags that I made out of scrap paper, and I thought, oh my gosh, I should do that on camera and show you how it's done. So if anybody has leftover 12 by 12 paper or 8.5 by 11 inch paper, they could too make the bags just like these, and I'll just show you my process. Okay, first of all, number one, I do not have a template for these. I'll show you how I do it. You could make a template real easy. Just make one bag and you've got a template. But I don't do that. I just kind of wing it. It's my nature. So I had done these, and then I had started some Christmas bags. Let me show you. Let me move these out of the way. So I made one like this. This is out of a 12 by 12 sheet, which I cut down to about 11. I think this is actually, the height of this bag is 10 something, but it allows for the fold over, which I don't know if you can see it right here. I folded it over at the bottom. And I have another one that's that same size, this one here. And this one I decorated this way. And I did that. I wanted to kind of show people that you don't need to have fancy fussy cuts. You could make your own designs. But this one I thought I could put in a journal, but it was too tall. So I'll just use one of these journal pages here. So this would be a journal signature, and this would go just like this. So this is made out of the same size paper. You can fold it in half, and then we've got a tuck spot. But you have to decorate it sideways. And then when you turn it over, if and when I go to use this, I will snip this up and we'll have an extra pocket and I can decorate it. So those are the Christmas ones that I did, that I made out of scrapbook paper that I would not normally use. And then this is a small one, and this size that you make out of an 8.5 by 11 inch paper will actually sit right on a page in a signature. You can see that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do that. They're really easy. You can make a whole bunch really fast. So I'm going to sit down now and kind of just get started. I hope I stay on camera. But anyways, these are the papers that I picked out because I'm just going to kind of stick with this color theme here. And these are papers out of Paper Packs. This is a beautiful paper, and of course I love this and would probably use it for other things. But these came out of an 8.5 by 11 paper pack that I kind of used all the papers in it that I liked. And although these are pretty colors, the designs aren't really anything that fit anything I do. So we're going to turn these into bags. And when you turn them into bags and you decorate them, then it really doesn't make any difference. Color's all that really matters. So I'm going to sit down and let's get started. So all you need for this project is glue, and I use the Art Glitter Glue for this. Probably any PVA glue would work, but I do use the Art Glitter Glue. And I have a pair of scissors. Let me find them. Okay, they have a very small scallop on them, okay? And it's kind of like the scallop of a brown paper bag. So then the other thing is I use a pencil and an eraser. So a pencil and an eraser, your scissors and your glue. That's all you need. So let's start with these small ones first. These are pretty simple because there's no cutting involved in these at all. Okay, so they're 11 inches, but if you turn them sideways, okay, they're 8.5 inches, which means once you fold up the bottom of that, these are the ones that will fit right on the top of a signature page. And basically what I do is I can use my, let me see if I'm on camera here. If I use this and just measure to the middle, we want 5.5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So this is our middle right here. And I just make a small pencil mark right there, okay? And then all you need to do is you're going to take this and fold it just over that pencil mark, just a little bit over. And you can do it further if you want a skinnier bag. But to get as wide as you want out of this size paper, you're going to want to go just over it. And I'd say I'm probably 1/4 inch over that line. Okay, and I just want to fold that. There's no measuring here other than just holding it over that line. This side, you want to do the same thing. If you go about 1/4 inch over that, then you know these are going to overlap. If you can see that, okay? So if I go about 1/4 inch over on that one as well, okay, there's the beginning of our bag, okay? Now, when you do the bags, let me find one again, find my other ones. When you do the bag, you see the top of it looks like this. So this is the part that we folded over. So it actually sits like this, okay? This part we're going to cut down, and this part is going to get folded to the back. Let me see, I'm not even on camera to show you that one. So the bottom part is going to get folded on the back, and the top part we're going to cut right here so that it will resemble this top right here, okay? So how I do that is now I use these fold lines as my guides, and I look at the center line here, okay? And I'm gonna go about, I don't know, I'm just gonna go maybe this far down, okay? So what I want to do is make a line that goes from my, let me get out here a little further, that goes from my corner, this is the fold line, okay? Here's the center that we originally marked, and I just marked it down a little further, and I want to make a curve that kind of goes like this. And I'm just drawing that with my pencil, and I want to come up to this other fold line. So I've got a curve like that, and you just want it to be as, you know, you don't want it to be too wonky, okay? Now with that in mind, know that we're going to cut off some of this. So I'm going to take it and go just a little bit further. And try to make it, you know, fairly even on both sides. And if you want to check if you're even, if you turn your paper this way, the curve, and I can see where I'm off a little bit. So this curve needs to come out a little bit more. But if you turn it upside down, it's really funny how this gives you a better idea of, I don't know, the proportion of it or something, whatever you call that. Okay, so that's going to be our cut line. So we're just going to take our scissors. These are really inexpensive, so I have to pull them apart sometimes. And I want to go straight across on the top. I want to make sure that I'm still on camera here. I go straight across on the top. When I get to this corner, I'm going to go ahead and go right along that line. Like I said, these are really inexpensive scissors. I think I got these, I don't know, 10 years ago or something in a craft bin for $1 or something. Okay, I'm back up to the corner, and then I just want to turn and go straight across this edge again. Okay, and then we want to go straight across the bottom as well, only we don't need to curve this because this is the edge that's going to get folded up. Made a little tear in it, but it's okay because it's going to get glued and folded up. It's these marvelous scissors. Okay. So now what we have is we've cut the bottom and we've cut the top, and it looks like this when we turn it over. So I noticed right off the bat that this doesn't match exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can trim that just a hair. Okay, and now it looks straighter to me. Okay, and then I also know from doing the ones that I've done in the past that on this back, when you fold this up, these have to be a little, these bottom edges have to be a little smaller. So what I do is I just take my scissors and I cut a little wedge right there, and do the same on this side. Just cut a little wedge over to that fold. Okay. Now it's the time that you want to distress, if you want to distress them. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's just as easy to distress the whole thing. If you have pencil lines, now's the time you want to maybe erase your pencil lines, like right here. My center line is already gone, so I don't need to erase that, but erase your lines, distress your edges. There's going to be edges that you don't see, but to be honest with you, it's just as easy to go straight around, in my opinion. You don't really have to do the bottom at all on the inside, but the outside you're going to want to do all of it. I'm really struggling with my phone mount. It broke, and so every couple of minutes I notice that it's getting lower and lower, and I have to move everything up further and further to stay in camera. So I'm going to see if I can adjust it a little now, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think this will work. Let's see if I'm in camera. Yep, we are. So basically we are distressing the whole outside of this. And you can distress it as heavy as you'd like. I just make sure that I do both sides of this because I'm not sure which one's going to end up being on the inside or the outside. Okay, so that looks like it's all distressed. The back is all distressed. And it looks like all we need to do really is just this curve right here. Okay, so let me see if I'm on camera all with this. I think pretty much. Okay, so basically what I do is I take the art glitter glue, okay, and I'm going to make a line of glue right here. Art glitter glue is pretty sturdy, and it's strong, okay, like that. And then I'm going to take the bottom and we're going to fold it up. And what I normally do is I line my bag up on a line. If you have a ruler, you can set a ruler there if you want. And then I fold it up. I don't know, it's about 3/4 of an inch. And I do that same, you know, and if you line it up, if you line it up on one side and you go straight across, it'll line up on the other side. Okay. And then what I do is I want to keep it closed, so I take this and I put a little glue right in here, and the same on this side. Okay, and I make sure that they're glued, and then I glue this whole, I'm going to turn this around so you can see. I glue this whole thing right here, and I go right up onto the white part because that's the very edge. Okay, and then I just glue that down. And guess what, people? You now have a bag. Look at that. So this one will fit right on a signature like this. It's just the perfect size. That's made out of an 8.5 by 11 inch sheet. No cutting other than, you know, our decorative cutting. So that's that one. So now I'm going to show you the taller one. It's made the exact same way. The difference is we have to cut down the paper. That's it. So let's move these out of the way. And we're going to make one like this one, a tall one that we're going to fold in half. And you can see here's the back seam all the way down, and then here's the bottom that we folded up. So it makes a taller, longer one. So that's made out of a large 12 by 12 sheet. So I'm going to get my cutter, and I'm going to snip this branding edge or whatever that is, that little white strip off first. Okay, get rid of that, and then I think, let me see how tall this is. If I've got it at 11 and folded up 3/4, so yeah, I'd say if we cut it to 11 inches, and that'll give us an extra strip of paper to use. So let's see, if we go to 11, give or take somewhere around there. Okay, so basically that's all we did. We cut off the white strip and then we measured 11 inches. So this is 11 tall. Okay, so if we go like this, let me see. This is 11 tall. Let's see, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. By 12. Okay, so what we want, if you think about it, is we want the 11 inches to be this way. Okay, because wait, if we make this, okay, this will work. So if we make the 12 inches, we can get a wider bag, but when you fold it, you know, it will fit. But we're gonna, so if we do it this way, okay, we're gonna fold up the bottom anyways. Maybe we should do it this way. That'll make a skinnier bag. Okay. See, probably should just make a template. Okay, let's see. So this is the 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, this is 11. I don't know, that's going to make a pretty skinny bag. Oh, probably about the same size, and then we got a lot of room to, okay. So we want 11 wide, okay? So we're going to turn it over, and because we want 11 wide, then we want 5.5 as our center. So where am I on the screen? I'm going to move this up so you can, maybe I'll move it down so you can see it. Okay, if we want 5.5, then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So this is our center. I'm going to take it right down to about there. Okay, and we want to fold this about 1/4 of an inch past the center, which is about there. Okay, and we're going to take this. Here's our center. We're going to fold that about 1/4 of an inch on the other side of the center. Not quite so far. Because the least amount of overlap gives you the widest bag. Okay? So it's like that. Okay, now we use our fold line and we're going to make our curve. Now you could use a compass for this if you wanted, I guess. I'm just going to turn it and see how it looks. Looks okay. It looks like this needs to go a little bit more rounded here. That looks good. Okay, so then we cut. So we're going to go ahead and cut just the edge. And then we start cutting our curve. Okay, I just want to see if we're lined up here. We're a little bit off again, so I'm going to turn this side down a little bit. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and cut the bottom straight across. When you use those scissors and you're making such narrow cuts, it's got a lot of little pieces, like little confetti pieces. Okay, so there's the basis of our bag. Want to go ahead and distress if you want to distress. So really on the inside, that's the only part you see, those two right there. Okay, but we want to do just about all of the outside. And you can do the fold lines as well, but you can also do those when you're done. That's up to you. I usually don't bother doing them right now. Right now when I'm down here, I'm going to go ahead and cut my these up, the wedges up just a hair so that they'll fold good. And over here as well. and you're just cutting down to the fold. Okay, time to glue. See how easy these are? They're so simple. So we're gonna fold that in. I think I kind of like the darker side out. So this is a long bag, so I'm not sure when I get down towards the bottom if I'm gonna still be on camera, but you know I'm going all the way down to the bottom. Okay, and you just fold that over. And then we want to hold this on a line, and this is where you can measure if you want. You need, you know, at 11 inches, then you have 5.5 when you fold, okay? So if we are up here, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 is to here. So I have plenty of room to fold. So I'm going to go just above that line because I want it to be 11 inches or smaller, okay, in order to fit sideways on our page. So I'm going to go right up to there and line that up, okay, right on a corner there. Then I should be able to go straight across there, and it lines up perfect. Then I'm going to take my art glitter glue and I'm going to go inside, make a line of glue on the inside to hold these two pieces together, okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue. I'm going to hold this up again so you can kind of see here. I'm going to glue right along here. And I want to get right up here to this edge as well. Okay. There, perfect. And then we have our little bag. Okay. It looks like I need to make a little trim right here. Okay, so that's our bag. So we've got it all done. It's folded over on the back, and then we can fold this right in half, and it should, okay, fit on one of our signatures like that. Look, and it fits just inside, so it's perfect. And then we can decorate. So that's how you do it. So here's the finished bags that I made before. Let me see, there's one there. I made 2 of the long ones like this and decorated them with some of the ephemera she had in there and some book page. So I made those in advance, and then we had a single page. This is going to go right on on one of the pages. Let me see if I have, like, it could go right on there. Would be really pretty. Okay, and actually if you glue it on 3 sides, you could have a pocket right here and a pocket up here. So that's kind of neat. So those are the ones I made prior to this, and today we made a long one that we can decorate, and then we made a small one. So I hope you enjoyed that and saw how easy they are to make, and that you make some for your journals. They're such a great place to put little mementos and pictures or whatever in there. So there you go. So thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you can on the video. It really helps my channel. Also subscribe. It helps my channel grow. And I'll be back in the next video. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.